Ninth standard Economics Unit 1 Understanding Development Perspectives, Measurement and Sustainability. Introduction. So every human being has an ambition. Usually ask what's your ambition? My ambition is to become a doctor or anything, to become a lawyer. So usual question. So if you want to achieve our ambition, what must we do? We have to work hard. So this everybody know about Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam dream. That dreams must be creative dreams. It's not just enough to dream, we have to put it to practice. So each and every human being has an ambition. So to achieve our ambition, we have to work. So our thinking is not just enough only thinking, we have to put into practice. For practice, we have to work hard, then only we can achieve our goal. So let us see, in economics, development means progress of a country. So class will see progress card, report, monthly report. So there is a progress means improvement. Next, a different perspective about development. Every human being has an ambition in the life to achieve progress of thinking, that it must be towards the progress which leads to development. So economic development means adopting new technology. So nowadays online classes we are taking due to corona, we are undergoing online classes. What are we using, sir? Understand? So why to achieve our goal? Achieve our goal to improve the education is not just talking, simply sitting at home. That's using technologies which determine, using new technologies, scientific technologies, we can reach our goal. Next one, what are the indicators? These are the different perspectives about the development. Next, goods and services produced by an economy over a period of time, normally a year. You will study in 10th standard also. So when you are in 9th, have a clear-cut idea. The same lesson is given in 10th standard in an elaborate manner, but the policies are the same. So net national product is otherwise known as national dividend. It is the most important one. Next, per capita income. It is the per capita income is an indicator to show the living standard of a country. It shows the living standard of a country. How to calculate the per capita income? That is the mathematical formula. Per capita income is equal to national income by population. So national income for a country. So national income by population. This is the formula for calculating per capita. Per capita means per head. This is, it shows the average. Next one, purchasing power parity. Let us see the purchasing power parity. Do you know, see page number 286. Per capita income according to the World Bank report, new income measurement of countries are classified as below. Types of countries, per capita income. In US dollar, low income, lower middle income, upper middle income, high income. So you see the tabular column, you start page number given in 286. Then purchasing power parity is defined as a number of units of country's currency required to buy the same amount of goods and services. So economics, you are expected to use the word goods and services, not goods and services. The technique of purchasing power parity allows us to estimate what exchange between two currencies is needed to express the accurate purchasing power of the two currencies. Accurate, accurate and approximate. Understand, in maths you must have studied about accurate and approximate. This is in the perspective countries. Recently, India became the third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity. China became the largest, defeating US to the second position. Next one, human development. So human resource is necessary for the progress of any country. The term human resources refers to the collective abilities of people which can be utilized in the production of sectors, any sector. Human resource development means the development of a person's physical and mental abilities through education. We are not only physically but mentally. So sound mind in a sound body, you might have studied about words or Socrates, sound mind in a sound body. So we have to develop our not only physical but mentally we have to develop. That is, it means the person's physical and mental abilities through education. So education only we can improve our knowledge, understand. So education, what is the difference between illiterate and literate? So educated people understand what is right and what is wrong. So it helps us to know what is right and what is wrong. Healthcare and training. Therefore, investment in education and health of people can result in high rate of returns in the future for a country. For example, given if a child is invested with good education and health, that already told, health is wealth, understand? Health is wealth, that is one proverb. A sound mind in a sound body. So if a child is given proper, good education, he or she, either he or she, baby may not only male but female both, it's a common. He or she may turn to be very productive in future in the forms of higher earnings and greater contribution to society. Human Development Index (HD), which indicates the all-round development of the people, which only indicate the all-round development. It's a versatile genius man, all-round, physically, mentally, socially, politically, economically. That's all-round development, not only in the particular field, but in all-round development of a person. In the past, economists believed that the rate of economic growth of nations could be increased only by increasing investment in physical capital. In the past, people thought like that. Nowadays, it is entirely changed the notion. But they have realized over time that investment in human capital is as important as investment in physical capital. Not only so, for set up in any industry, we have to invest some money in the bank or anything. So investment capital is necessary for set up in any industry. So not only investment in physically but mentally also. Important investment in physical capital. See the page number 286. Do you know the Ministry of Human Resource Development is responsible for the development of human resource in India, our country. Its headquarters is situated at Shastri Bhavan in New Delhi. So, human development is necessary. It is developing the all-round characters. That is very, very important. So, human resources is very, very important for everything. Whether we have no modern technologies we have invested, it is very important to see all the human resources is very, very important. Very important one for human resources. Next one, page number 288. You have already studied in science. Resources are of two types, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. You know, renewable resources mean we can get after consumption. For example, sun. Every day we are getting sunlight. Earth. Getting earth everywhere. Air is everywhere we are getting. Understand? And this and all. Water, these and all renewable. After consumption, we can get it again and again. That is the renewable resources. These are the examples for renewable resources. Definition: renewable resources are replenishable resource. These are pollution-free source, and there are pollution-free. So you have studied about polluted area. Not non-polluted area, understand? So, solar energy is the pollution-free. But man-made, all the 90% of man-made inventions are not polluted, understand? Human only polluting air. This is the types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, understand? Land pollution, noise pollution. There are types of produced by human only. So non-renewable resources are non-replenishable resources which pollute and damage. So non-renewable resources only polluted the environment. Millions of years are needed for formation of these resources. For non-renewable resources, renewable resources naturally we can get it again and again. That we must know the difference between renewable. We can get it again and again after consumption. Non-renewable resources, once it is used, we cannot get it back. For example, gas. Once used, we got to buy. And coal, after utilization, we got to buy. So, this is the difference between renewable and non-renewable. Example, solar energy. Solar means sun. Wind energy, you know. Water, wood and paper. All these come under renewable resources. Non-renewable resources, metals, glass, fossil fuels, coal, petroleum, natural gas, diesel, etc. All these come under non-renewable resources. So, students must already have studied in science class renewable resources. That is, social science will include some subject from science also included. Then policies for sustainable development. That's 1.4. Use of non-conventional resources of energy. Use of non-conventional sources of energy. Giving for our country, because India is a developing country, after independence we have shown so many improvement in science and technology. India depends on thermal and hydro power plants to meet its power needs. Both these resources have an adverse environmental impact. Thermal power plants emit large quantities of carbon dioxide. So, thermal power station, what is emit always, emit means comes out. Carbon dioxide, which was studied about oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, so helium, so many, yes, you must have studied. So, it emits carbon dioxide which pollute the environment. Carbon dioxide pollute the environment. Next one. Solar power in India. We are studying about our India. Regarding the solar power, page number 289. Solar power is the conversion of energy from sunlight into electricity either directly using photovoltaic cells or indirectly using concentrated solar powers. Understand, this is the meaning. Solar power is the conversion of energy. You must have studied about physics, kinetic energy, potential energy, mechanical energy, types of energy. Now solar energy is the natural energy which we get it from sunlight into electricity either directly. Sun not only gives us light, it also gives us heat. So both uses we are getting from sun. Using photovoltaic cells or directly or using concentrated solar power. So you must study concentrated and diluted. Concentrated means more effect. In physics, you might study acid concentrated, hydrochloric acid, diluted hydrochloric. Concentration means it has more effect. To generate electricity, a solar electric system can reliably produce electricity for our home and offices. Solar energy is not only in home, it also in offices we can use. These distributed solar systems are often installed by home and business owners to reduce the electricity cost of production. So, this is we can get solar energy, we get renewable energy, we can get it again and again when compared to other energy, non-renewable energy. Solar power in India is a fast developing industry. Solar power, because naturally we are preparing energy through sunlight only, so no cost. So automatically we can get it. So solar light. So if there is no electricity, we can use the solar light. This is the uses of solar energy. Tamil Nadu is the state with the highest installed solar capacity in India, our state. Tamil Nadu is one of the leading solar power producing states in India. As on 31st July 2017, the total installed capacity of Tamil Nadu is 1697 megawatt, MW megawatt. Next one, environmental policies in India, 1.5. Environment policies in India have been evolved considerably over the past 3 decades. 3 decades means 10 years. For 3 decades means for past 30 years. These policies have covered a wide range of issues such as air, water pollution, waste management, and biodiversity conservation. You must study the biodiversity. So, water pollution, air, water pollution, waste management, waste period, e-waste, electronic waste. You must have studied in science, e-waste means electronic waste. India faces challenges in economic development which has to be achieved with limited resources, minimum externalities, and in the presence of an uncertain climate. So, uncertain climatic conditions. So, weather and climate often changes. You must have studied in southwest monsoon, northeast monsoon, monsoon failure, no rain water. So, climate and weather does not, they don't go the equal. They see all of a sudden, see now the weather condition is morning somewhat sunlight, today seems to be rain. So, we are not sure of what will happen according to weather. So, sustainable, one of the approaches to overcome this challenge is through the path of sustainable development. The Supreme Court of India, you must have studied of the High Court and the Supreme Court. Every state has its court. That court is called the High Court, and Supreme Court is the head of authority situated in New Delhi, capital of India. The Supreme Court of India has interpreted and introduced new changes in the environmental protection through a series of directions and judgments. Court means judgment, order. Court order means what is the result? Judgment. Article, so you must study this one, you should not change. Article 51A G of the Constitution, you know our Constitution, Indian Constitution. So, written Constitution, it is the lengthiest Constitution in the world. So, in this country, our Constitution contains so many articles. Of the Article 51AG of the Constitution state that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India, understand, every citizen of India, to protect and improve the natural environment. It is the duty of each and every citizen to protect and safeguard our freedom. You must have studied independence and republic, you are all the time you are listening. So, freedom fighters, they got freedom from foreign yoke. But it is our duty to protect and safeguard our freedom. So, every citizen, not only individual or particular, every citizen is expected to protect through a series of directions and judgment to natural environment, to protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Compassion means kindness. So, you must have seen man-made pollution, setting fire, and accident happened due to the carelessness. So, you see the calamities, natural calamities and man-made calamities. Natural calamities, earthquake, volcano, it occurs rarely, but man-made calamities every day. Rail accident, forest fire, crackers, everything. Understand this only. This shows man-made. Development increases the quality of life. So, what is the use of development? It increases the quality of life. This means that people will have higher incomes. So, quality of life, already told, per capita income shows the living standard of a people. Already studied. Per capita income shows the living standard of a people of the country. So, it is very important. Development increases the quality of life. Not the quantity, it also increases the quality of life. This means that people will have higher incomes, better education, better health and nutrition, less poverty. High standard means poverty, less poverty. Poverty means no food. That's you must have studied about it. Below the poverty level, in ration card, below the poverty level, people will be given some particular ration card is given. So, poverty means poor, and more equality of opportunity. All are equal before law. This is equal to all. All people must get food, shelter, etc. So, Life of Environment Acts in India Act, National Green Tribunal Act 2010, Action, Environmental Protection and Conservation of Forest and other natural resources. What are the natural resources? You know, forest, mountains, rivers, all these are the oceans, seas, all the natural resources. It is our duty to protect our natural resources. Then Biological Diversity Act 2002 to provide for conservation of biological diversity. 3. The Environment Protection Act 1986, aim providing for the protection and improvement of the environment. The word it means environment. 4th one, Forest Conservation Act 1980, check deforestation. Afforestation and deforestation must be studied. Understand, cutting trees. So, if you cut the trees, what will happen? No rain. No rain means no crop. It leads to poverty. So, check deforestation and encourage afforestation of non-forest area. 5th one, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. So, you must see which year act was passed. 1974 provides maintenance and restoration and quality of all types of surface and groundwater. 6th one, Wildlife Protection Act. Wildlife means animals and birds. 1972, this act was passed in the year 1972, providing protection to wild animals and birds. So, all the acts you see. Here, the picture is given that Amartya Sen, given him, you see, and you are expected to source of uncertain glory of Nobel Prize laureate. Nobel Prize laureate means Nobel winner in economics, Professor Amartya Sen. See the picture. Now choose the correct answer. First one, A. Development increases. A. Number 2, the term human resource, option D. Number 3, option B. Number 4, option C. Number 5, option A. Next come to 8. Assertion. Both A and R are true and R explains A. A is correct. The 9th one, assertion. Both A and R are true and R explains A. 10th one, all are. Human Development Index, you must study everything is necessary, all. Among the following states, that is not included. Next one, find the odd one. Odd one is C. Solar energy, wind energy, which are all. Solar energy, wind energy, paper, all comes under renewable energy. Which is the odd one here? C. Solar energy, wind energy, water, wood, paper, all comes under renewable energy, which is odd one at natural gas. 15th, Dash is the state with the highest installed solar capacity in India. Option A, Tamil Nadu. Then 16th one, resources are those which will get exhausted after use. Get exhausted after use means non-renewable resources. Then thermal plant emits large quantity of what gas? Carbon dioxide. Option D. Fill in the blanks. Economic development. First one, economic progress of a country is known as the economic development. The headquarters of HRD Ministry is Shastri Bhavan in New Delhi. The state having the higher literacy rate is Kerala. It is not included, anyhow you must know. Match the following 4, 3, 1, 2. Give short answer. What do you mean by development? Page number 285. The word development is used widely. It refers to the progress of a particular field or a particular person. Similarly, the economic progress of a country is known as economic development. That is the answer for the first question. What are the indicators of development? Page number 288, see the box answer. Heading itself, 1.2, indicators of economic development. Net national product, NNP, per capita income, PCI, purchasing power parity, PPP, and human development index, HDI. These are the answer for the second question. Third question wrong. So why is considered, that is the page number 287. Why NNP? See the heading. NNP means net national product. It is considered to measure of national output. That paragraph fully you are expected to mark. Why human resources is considered as the foremost resource of any country? 287 heading, human development. Human resource is necessary for the progress of any country. That paragraph. Then other next paragraph, add 3, 4th line, care and training. Human resource of development means the development of person physical and mental abilities through education, health care and training. Up to that one, answer for that question. Next one, expand the following. It is given in the PP you are expected to study. PP means expansion of PPP, HDI. Box answer it is given. See the box. Indicators economic. First one, PPP, purchasing power parity. Then HDI is human development index. Then expand the following, NNP, net national product. Everything is given in indicators. That question, second question itself, it comes everything. So this is the answer for the 4th, 5th and 6th question. 7th question, what is solar power? 289, page number 289, heading solar power in India, up to that one. Till Tamil Nadu, 1697 megawatt, up to that one, answer for this question. And answer in detail, only third question, difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. Page number 288, it is given renewable resources. Now with the picture, that called 289, above 1.4, say renewable resources, non-renewable, it is given in column. So renewable resources study, non-renewable, this is the answer for the detailed question. Mention any 5 environmental acts and their actions, it is given in column 5. Acts of India, page number 289. There are 6 acts, all you study all the 6 acts and you can write any 5. Thank you student, read the lesson at home and study well. Complete in your lesson notebook.